All right, let's move on over to the Lady Vols of Tennessee. We got a mix of transfers and some key returners for Kelly Harper on this new roster for her. I really like looking at, you see the leader in scoring here, Jordan Horston. I think that she can really be good. She led in scoring, rebounding, and assists and steals, really, before her elbow injury in February. So hopefully we can get her back and be healthy. It looks like everything's good there. Some transfers, though, Steve, coming in from the Big Ten and in the SEC itself. This team has the opportunity to sit in the top 10 all season long if they can continue to stay healthy, as I mentioned before. And with that transfers, as we've mentioned kind of early on this podcast, having that continuity and consistency with each other.
Well, Tennessee had 4 volunteers, all puns intended, join the program.
Nice.
Thanks. None bigger than all SEC forward from Mississippi State, Rickea Jackson. Combine her with Hurston and Key. They have 10 returning players from a Sweet 16 team. Plus you're adding 4 impactful transfers. And I don't even know that all the transfers, as ballyhooed as they are, I'm not even sure they're even going to start. That's how deep Tennessee is, and they are well coached. Players love playing there at Tennessee. If it was not for just the sheer breadth of talent for the Gamecocks in South Carolina, Tennessee could be an easy favorite to come out of the SEC. This is the kind of team, because of the experience and the mixture. Okay, maybe there might be some chemistry issues. There's coaches always talk about that early in the year. They'll certainly be challenged with some of the games they play early in the year. But because they have so many players returning and they're role players and they're used to playing roles as opposed to having to be dependent on to be the stars, that makes Tennessee very intriguing if you're trying to project out early and you're trying to maybe lay a little wager to make your women's college basketball a little more interesting. I bet you could get some decent odds on Tennessee making the Final Four, but that's not a reflection of how good this team could be. Will they be better than South Carolina? I don't know. I think it's just one of those deals. You know, it's sort of like SEC in football, either Alabama or Georgia. Somehow one of them, as great as they might be, falls short because the other is so good. And I think that's the case here in South Carolina. I just love this Tennessee team. I really, really do. And the more research I did, the more I realized that I have to make sure that I have SEC Network in my TV package, and because that's where the bulk of competitive, intense games might be this year, is in the SEC.
Oh, absolutely, especially between those two squads with South Carolina and Tennessee. You talk about, you could probably get some good odds on if Tennessee can beat South Carolina or make it to the Final Four. Well, maybe what if they can win the SEC? That's probably the most impressive thing. Could Tennessee win the SEC over South Carolina? I mean, I lean towards no, because that South Carolina team is just so dang good, but I wouldn't rule it out completely. This Tennessee squad is very good in itself.